Must be so hard. It must be so hard. Psych! Yeah, you thought I was actually crying. I wasn't. Now you know what it feels like to try to keep up with the beauty standards so unrealistic that one of the people who created it and upheld it can't even keep up with it anymore. So much for keeping up with the Kardashians, huh? If you watch my videos, it is no secret that I am not a fan of the Kardashian Jenner family. Matter of fact, I actually admitted that I'm one of their haters. Yeah, I'm a Kardashian Jenner hater. So what? You know, if Kendrick Lamar taught me anything this year, it's to just come forward about being a hater. I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that they walk, the way that they talk. I hate the way that they dress. But nevertheless, this is not going to be a video of me just taking a big fat dump on the Kardashian Jenner family, although I could, but I won't. We're actually going to be talking about some deeper issues within society. Fun. But first, we are going to talk about the viral video of Kylie Jenner crying about her appearance. Let me start by saying I have never in my life willingly seeked out any Kardashian Jenner content. Everything that I know about them was forced upon me by my social media feeds, For You pages, advertising, all that. I've never watched an episode of their show. I don't follow them on social media. I've never bought anything from any of their brands. And I honestly don't even know what they do. And I don't want to know. All I know is that Kim busted it open on camera one time, and now they're an entire empire banking off of being culture vultures. Thanks, Ray J. And I'm actually getting tired of saying Kardashian Jenner, so I'm just gonna say Kardashians. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, like most Kardashian content that I see, this popped up on my TikTok For You page. It was a video of Kylie Jenner crying about her appearance after this photo of her went viral of her at Paris Fashion Week, I believe. Now, my first reaction was, because I don't care about billionaires' feelings, to be real. Except for Rihanna, of course. We love Rihanna. But then I saw people talking about it more and talking about the reason why she was crying, and that's why I'm talking about it. I'm a little bit late on this topic, so you've probably already seen the video. You've probably already seen other people talk about it, and I'm not here to add anything new or revolutionary, but I'm still gonna talk that talk. You like that little Rihanna callback? Talk that talk for me, yeah. All right, let's take a look at this video real quick, actually. So it starts off as Kylie talking to her sister, Kendall, about comments being made about her Paris Fashion Week photo. Everyone was saying that she looked super old and that it's because she's gotten a lot of filler. I don't even know how old she is. She's 26. Okay, so she's literally just a year younger than me. Yeah, to be real, I don't think she looks that old, but she does kind of look a little distorted, maybe is the best word for it. Like, you can tell that she's had filler, you know, and maybe some plastic surgery. Let me pull up the full video. I think I saved it.
I just feel like after Paris, there was like this picture, which for the first time I was like, okay, we're not gonna wear a lot of makeup. So it's like, I'm wearing too much makeup. And it's like, you're wearing too much makeup. Then I go and I don't wear a lot of makeup and someone catches me in like a weird light.
Who fucking cares? If you don't wanna wear makeup, who fucking cares? Like, don't wear makeup. Okay, anyway.
I don't think it's this particular headline that makes me feel vulnerable or hits me harder. I think it's just after 10 years of hearing about it, 10 plus years.
Okay, that's a lie, because this particular headline is talking about how she looks old. If she's been hearing that for 10 years, that would have been like since she was 16, that she looks old. So I don't know, I think she's referencing like her looks being talked about, which that's a whole different topic we'll get into. But girl, this isn't something that's been talked about multiple times. This is a new subject because you got all this filler done when you were in your early 20s, and now it's having the reverse effect, which I've heard can happen if you get a bunch of Botox and fillers when you're younger. It can actually make you look older. Maybe it's that.
And I just want to know why on the internet no one says anything or think that it's okay.
Well, I think that's a general thing with our family. We're dehumanized. Like, they don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've heard this be talked about a lot. The point being made of you're dehumanized because you don't act like humans. I mean, that's true. If you never let anyone see any of your flaws and then you start to show your flaws, people are gonna talk about them. Whereas there's people like, I just think of Emma Chamberlain, who got famous off of making YouTube videos about being herself. So when people see her without makeup on and a messy bun and she just kind of looks like she just woke up, it's like, oh, that's the Emma we know. And I know she's like friends with these people probably, so I don't know how much better she is. But it's like your fame is based off of trying to be as far from human as possible. You want to be this perfect doll per se, who, you know, has perfect skin, perfect body, perfect. You meet every criteria of the beauty standard, and that's been your whole image. So yeah, when we start to see flaws, people are gonna be like, oh, okay, this is a thing. And instead of coming out and being like, yeah, I'm actually human, I have lines on my face or whatever, like it's not a big deal, she just reacts by saying like, oh my god, why is everyone talking about me?
Whereas like if you talked the same way you do about us, about any other woman, people would come to their defense all day long. But for some reason with us, it's like they don't think we have any feelings.
Then act like you have feelings. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Act like you give a fuck, Miss Pepsi commercial. Like, the thing that I can't stand about the Kardashian family is that they will make mistakes, or they'll say something fucked up or something super out of touch, and then they just don't acknowledge it and they just continue to move on.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
And it's like, yeah, we're gonna treat you like the way you act. You teach people how to treat you.
I went on a journey the last year dissolving like half my lip filler. I hate even having this conversation over and over and over again because it feels like it's a waste of my breath.
Okay, so she dissolved her filler. I don't even know how that process works. And if it's not a conversation you want to have, then don't have it. You know, you're doing this on camera, so I kind of want some people to know, apparently.
It's just been...
The fucking piano playing to dramatize the fucking... Right when she starts crying, she's like, yeah, so it's just been... I don't feel bad. I'm sorry.
Just like, why do people think it's okay to talk about me?
Oh my god, it's almost like you're a celebrity. Ugh, crazy. Crazy that people are just talking about you. You have almost 400 million Instagram followers, and you think people are just not gonna talk about you? Girl, they talk about you, they talk about your family, they talk about Fiancé, Rihanna, Megan Thee Stallion. Like, they talk about anyone who's famous because, hey, you're in the spotlight, you know, you're famous. And I'm not saying that to say, like, you deserve to be treated badly if you're in the spotlight. I don't believe that at all. I think people are just mean. It's one of those things that you have to kind of mentally prepare for, and it sucks. It's like a shitty part about being well known and being famous. So it's just unfair for you to say, why do people think it's okay to talk about me? Then delete your social media, delete your Instagram, go MIA, and people won't talk about you anymore. But you're sitting here on a TV show crying. So
it's like therapy. You know, when you're in therapy and you start talking about something.
Yeah, that relatable moment when you're in therapy and you just start talking about something. That's kind of the whole point of therapy. And you know what? This is how women all around the world feel every single day, without millions of people talking about them. They see pictures of you and your family and are like, shit, this is what beauty is. This is, you know, this is what perfection is. I need to achieve this. Not to say that it's their fault entirely, but it's like, this is what women feel on the daily.
And it's just so hurtful. I look old. I see it under every post.
I'm not even just saying this. You've never looked younger and you've never looked better.
Thank you. I think that I'm really strong.
She even looks like a robot here. She's like, I think that I'm really strong. Not moving a goddamn muscle. Like, be human. Be for real. Fucking move your face around. Do something. I look at this and I can't feel bad for you because you're still trying to uphold this perfection that doesn't exist. This beauty standard that you all set. Even when you're trying to come off as being vulnerable, you still look fucking perfect. So I don't feel bad for you because I don't think you really feel bad for you. I think you're just trying to gain sympathy from whoever gives a fuck.
I was put in this position for a reason. I do think of myself as a confident person. I'm like so grateful, so blessed that I can wake up and look in the mirror and like what I see and think that I'm beautiful. I always keep it pushing. I have shit to do.
Should we go to dinner? Cause it's 6:20.
So anyway, yeah, let's go to dinner. So that's the video. Now, although I don't care about Kylie herself, I am a human being with empathy, unfortunately. And I don't really empathize with her, but I do empathize with the feeling of feeling insecure. There was a point when she was a little girl, right? And she was a victim to these unrealistic beauty standards, as we all are. we being women. She's had countless people, blogs, magazines talking about her looks from a really young age, and that is not okay. That's not right. And unfortunately, this is a male-dominant society where women and girls are sexualized at a very young age. As a woman myself, I remember what it feels like to be sexualized at a young age and just have comments be made about me that I just thought were a little weird, that I didn't understand, and then looking back at it as I'm older, I'm like, oh, that's weird. And it's like, hey, just shut the fuck up. If you have something weird to say, just don't say it. Just shh. And you know, why is that? Why is it that girls are sexualized at such a young age? Is that not fucking weird? Drake fans have left the chat. Speaking of the 69 God, do we not remember this photo of him with Kylie Jenner when she was 16 years old and he was 27? I'm 27. Bitch, you would not catch me kissing a 16-year-old on the cheek. And I know this isn't about Drake right now. I have to bring the beef up in every conversation, it feels like. But I feel like he's also to blame for this because he's one of the creepy old men who makes weird comments to young girls probably and makes them feel weird about themselves and feel uncomfortable. So fuck Drake. She also dated Tyga, who was like 24 at the time that she was 16. I don't know when they started dating, but it's still like 8 years older than her. And it's something about surrounding yourself with like older men makes you feel like you have to grow up really fast, and that probably affected her self-confidence about her looks. But that's just a speculation. I know Hollywood gets weird, so I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. No one feels bad for her because she's one of the people who single-handedly popularized the trend of having fuller lips as a white woman, which, by the way, is a natural quality in black women that hasn't really been talked about or appreciated as much, but okay. Because it didn't become popular until Kylie went from having no lips to lips overnight, it seemed like, and then lied about getting filler and claimed it was from her Kylie lip kit, to which of course she profited from that because now other women are feeling insecure about having thinner lips and they want to look like Kylie Jenner's lips, so they go to buy Kylie Jenner lip kit to try to get her lips. Little do they know she just got lip filler, then influencing this whole Kylie lip challenge to where girls were sucking their lips into shot glasses. I don't remember her saying anything about it or making any comments. She was just like, oh, well, buy my lip kit, because that's how she got her lips, except for that's a lie. And then she just made more money. Like, girl, I do not care about how you feel. I do not believe that she's a good person deep down. I don't believe any of that family is good people deep down. I feel like they're just human advertisers that thrive off of capitalism. And I don't think I've ever talked about this on a video, but my beef with the Kardashians is that they are the furthest thing from being authentic that you can get. They've denied and denied and denied having surgery. When you don't just look like this to this from, you know, growing up, puberty, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. And I have no issue with getting plastic surgery or filler or Botox or anything, but if you have young women and girls looking up to you and striving to look like you, and you're advertising and selling products that actually won't do shit for people because you actually just got surgery and Botox and filler, but the false advertising just gets you another $1 billion check, then yeah, you can go to hell. Yeah, you can burn in hell, actually. Not to mention their entire rebranded image is entirely based off of stealing from and imitating black culture. The natural beauty of black women has been overlooked for too damn long, and now the time that their natural features finally get some popularity and appreciation is when it's all plastic and paint on some white family. No wonder it's KKK all around that family, goddamn. Anyway, we're gonna take a pause on the KKKKK and talk about the truth of the matter, which is women's bodies and appearance has been the topic of conversation for ever. There has always been some sort of societal beauty standard placed upon us that we have to try to attain, and that marketing companies just get a kick out of because it's just their opportunity to sell us a product to make us feel bad about the way that we look so we can buy this product to look better, right? Like, let's go back for a second. In the 1910s, we had the Gibson girl. We had the corset, small waist, slim shoulders, curvy look that was trending. Kind of similar to now, right? Just a little bit. It's not weird how that works. In the 1920s, we had the girls who rebelled against the Gibson girl look, and they were called flappers. This was more of a flat chest, wearing a shapeless dress, cutting their hair really short. Then in the 1930s, we go back to a curvy look. The 1940s, it was all about shoulder pads and looking slender. In the 1950s, this was the rise of Marilyn Monroe. She had a more natural, full look, and companies started selling hip and butt pads to try to look like Marilyn Monroe. In the 1960s, the curves were back out and being thin and slender was back in, and that same look persisted through the 70s. And then when the 80s came around, dance aerobics became the new thing, and the new ideal body type was being tall and athletic. But then in the 1990s, heroin chic was in, baby. It was all about being extremely skinny and borderline malnourished looking. Then in the early 2000s, it was all about having a flat stomach and big boobs, kind of like peak Britney Spears era. And then the 2010s to the 2020s, it's all about having that big booty, small waist, big boobs, you need it all. Cue the Kardashians. That was their influence. By the way, I got all this information from a YouTuber named Natasha Ocean. She made a video on all of the different beauty standards that were placed upon women throughout the history, and she kind of goes into more detail as to why these trends were happening. It's a really good video. I'm gonna put it in the description below in case you want to watch it. I definitely recommend. Natasha's just a great YouTuber overall, one of my faves. So with all that being said, the point is, women's bodies have always just been a trend. And unfortunately, it's just been a way for the beauty industry to make money off of us. Isn't that fun? They prey off of our insecurities and they make millions and billions of dollars. So, love that. Now, just saying that out loud and being aware of that doesn't just make our insecurities go away, but man, wouldn't that be cool? I just think it's important to be aware of when you're being marketed to and to really evaluate if what you're being marketed is a product that you think you would want or need, and not what some whack-ass celebrity is making you feel like you need. You know? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we as women will never achieve the beauty standard because it'll always change again and again and again and again. And then by the time you think you've achieved it, it'll change again. I think what really matters is trying to figure out how you can feel the most confident in your own body and skin, because that is literally what you're gonna have for the rest of your life. And also just accepting the fact that you may never look like Kim Kardashian or Kylie Jenner. And that's okay, because they don't even look like Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner. You know? Why waste your time trying to achieve something that can't even be achieved by the people who are creating it? It's insane. Did we have a cute little moment just now? Aw. Look at me getting all serious. But it's true. I fucking hate beauty standards. Fuck them all. But at the same time, like, I want to look cute, you know? Like, it's hard to say all of this without being a hypocrite, because I feel insecure almost every day, you know? But at the same time, I can do my makeup and and wear clothes that I like and do things to try to enhance my confidence the best that I can. Unfortunately, it's just hard being a woman. And that's why I really admire women who can just be confident while being their authentic selves. And one more thing, going back to the beauty industry, I know I mentioned Rihanna a couple times, and she is a billionaire, and she is also a part of the beauty industry. I think the difference between Rihanna and Kylie Jenner, well, there's a lot of differences, but within their brands, you know, Kylie Jenner's brand is based off of trying to change the way you look, whereas Rihanna's is trying to enhance your already beautiful self to be more beautiful, you know? Rihanna got famous off of being herself and being authentic. She's never tried to hide where she's from, who she is. She's been that bitch. But yeah, so just choose wisely who you want to support in the beauty industry, because it is inevitable. As a woman, we want to feel beautiful. So to conclude, do I feel bad for Kylie Jenner? Still no. I'm actually kind of glad that she got a little taste of what an entire generation of girls and women have felt like for so long because of her and her family's standards that they set. Now, normally I would say I hope this is like a learning lesson and that this influences her and her family to maybe embrace their flaws a little bit more and become a little bit more authentic and genuine, especially when it comes to beauty or like their beauty secrets. But realistically, I know that they'll just continue to prey off of insecure people, collect their check, and act like perfect little robots. Well, you know what they say. They not like us. Real quick, my name is Maddie, aka Maddie the Baddie, aka your new favorite YouTuber. Hello. Feel free to subscribe and stick around if you want. The subscribe button is down there. Don't get lost, but it is down there. And hopefully I see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, roll it back in.
Yo, YBH.